Hello and welcome to another mix-up video. And in this mix-up, I'm doing Nikolai. Premium vodka with premium liqueur. Nikolai, introduced in 1941 by the Joseph Seagram's Distilling Company. Seagram sold the Nikolai line to the Sazerac Company in 1989, and they still own it, and they make it in Kentucky at Buffalo Trace in Frankfort, Kentucky. So this is 80 proof. This is the green label, which is premium vodka with premium liqueur. And don't nobody add liqueur to it. Never could get an explanation on that, but that's the version. And they had it at Total Wine and More. Had it, saw it the other day. Also, still have it, $8.99 for this 1,750 milliliter bottle. That's it. There's no website listing for it. You can call Sazerac and ask them about it. They have a black label, which is pure vodka, grain vodka. There's a red label, which is pure grain vodka also, but at 100 proof. And then they have many flavored Nikolais. Pineapple, red berry, whipped cream, maybe cherry, apple, strawberry, whatever. Okay, now here's the other mix-up. The other product to mix up, this is Jarritos, or I would say in English, Jarritos, little jars. Jarritos Mango. Mango made with real cane sugar, not high fructose corn syrup. Produced in Mexico. Caffeine free, distributed by Tipp Distributors of El Paso, Texas. Tipp Distributors is the owner. Contains a bioengineered food ingredient. Oh yay, oh yay. Ingredients: carbonated water, sugar, fruit and vegetables for color, natural flavor, citric acid, ascorbic acid, and potassium sorbate as a preservative. Potassium sorbate, keep the fruit from rotting. Okay, so there you go. They had this at a local store for $1.03. And the regular 12-ounce bottles are usually like $1.65. Now there was no hiss whatsoever. Nothing. Is this thing even carbonated? It didn't. Yeah, it says carbonated water, but there was nothing. Contains less than 1% juice. Smell like mango. I'm going to go get some mangoes. All right. First, we'll pour the Nikolai. It smells like just liquor, 40% alcohol, but there's maybe a slight vanilla note. Yeah, maybe that's the flavoring. Why they want to do that, I do not know. They're doing that with Skol now. If you get Skol vodka, it's just vodka. But if you see something that says Skol Premium or Taka 80, and you look carefully, examine the label carefully, it'll say vodka with natural flavors. If you just see Taka vodka, that's just going to be pure vodka. I don't understand it, but that's what they're doing. Okay. It doesn't seem to be affecting the sales. People grab either or. They don't pay any mind to the label. Excuse me, the label. They're not going to drink it neat anyway at room temperature. They're going to have it in the freezer, or or at least the fridge, and they're going to make cocktails with it. Maybe things like this. Nothing too highfalutin. All right, smells fine, and I've already reviewed it. Tastes fine. Not much flavor anyway, but it's nothing harsh about it. I know cheap vodka is supposed to be like, got to choke it down, but I haven't really noticed that with Nikolai. Seems pretty smooth to me. Okay, let's see if this thing is totally flat. Now, that is an orange product because it has vegetables and fruits in it to give it color. No food coloring. Well, it is food coloring because the coloring comes from actual food, but you know what I'm saying. None of the like McCormick food coloring. All right. Smells like mangoes. Taste. Cheers. Carbonation's still there, prickly on the tongue, you know, to a minimal extent. Now, Jarritos is produced to be a low carbonation drink, okay? So a lot of Americans might drink it and say, it's flat, it's flat. But it's made to be like this. It's just, that's their game plan. Low carbonation soft drinks since 1950. They've been importing it to the United States since 1988. Exporting it to the United States, importing it into the United States. Get it? Export, sending out, import, bringing it. Really great. The tamarind was wonderful. I had no experience before with a tamarind flavored soft drink. I watched the videos for it. Video reviews, must have been 100. They were short, thankfully, most of them. Half the people loved it. The other half hated it. They just said, oh, this is a terrible flavor. Why would somebody want to drink a tamarind flavored soft drink? And it's so controversial. But you got half the people say they thought it was great. They thought it was strange. Like, they didn't have experience with tamarind. But they liked it. And they had little kids doing, you know, tastings. And they were like, I don't like it. You know, it's just personal preference issue. It wasn't really a question on quality, I don't think. I don't think people were really talking about the quality. It's just the flavor they didn't like. Yeah, makes a nice mix-up. But if you got to have high carbonation, you might want to steer clear of Jarritos, of the Jarritos, the little jars, because it's probably not going to work for you. But, yeah, I can live without high carbonation. Either or, it doesn't really matter to me. Highly carbonated, moderately carbonated, minimally carbonated, it's fine. All right, now I'm going to taste some on its own. What am I going to do with this big jug? Okay, 1.5 liters. It's really not a quart, it's 1.58 quarts. In other words, it's a quart and a half. It's a quart and a little more than a half. Quart and a 58% of another quart. I didn't notice that before on the other bottle. Maybe the other bottle was an actual quart, the tamarind, but it seemed like they were the same size. So this is a quart plus 58% of a second quart. Or if you want to use the metric system, it's a liter and half of a second liter. Slightly smaller than the vodka bottle. $1.58 compared to $1.75 if you want to look at it that way. Bioengineered. It gives me wings. I'm not a soft drink guy. Only reason I do these, the only reason I ever drink them is to do these mix-up videos. Just a concept I thought of. Otherwise, outside of these, I don't drink them. I don't drink juice either. I don't really like to drink it. But obviously, I'm not going to waste this. I'm going to do the second mix-up with the Vodovska sugarcane vodka. And then the leftover, which will be a considerable amount, I'll just cap it real tight and have it with lunch. Normally, I wouldn't do that, but I don't intend to waste it. It's a delicious flavor. So the Nikolai is a solid B. B minus would be too low for it. It's a B. So you say you can buy a good vodka for $8.99 a handle? Yeah, you sure can. Here's the evidence. Now, would the pure black label vodka be better? I don't know if it'd be better or worse. I've never seen it, so I can't comment. Be a little different. Probably wouldn't be much different, but yeah, I'll try it. 100 proof? Yeah, well, that would be strong. You might want to watch out for that one. But yeah, Nikolai. Sazerac makes so many of these cheap vodkas. It's unreal. They've got Crown Rus, very popular old brand. You see it at a lot of restaurants and bars. They've got Nikolai. In Louisiana, mostly the popular Sazerac vodkas are Skol, meaning cheers in the Scandinavian languages, Skol, and of course Taka, probably their lead vodka. But don't forget about Dobra, that's another one. Crystal Palace is one you see here and there. More, you see the gin more, but you see Crystal Palace Red Label vodka. Yeah, so those are the big ones. And but they make a lot of other ones like might be made just for a store. It could be a captive brand. It's called Vitali. Seemed like it's only sold at the Albertsons affiliated stores, but then every time I think that's true, then I see it somewhere else, you know. But there's Vitali, and I hear people talking about it, you know, like they like it, you know. But it's too many to cover. So that's Sazerac. They put out the super expensive stuff like Pappy Van Winkle, and you know, Eagle Rare, Double Eagle, and you know, expensive Weller brands, and Barton 1792, you know, 1792 expensive brands. And then they turn around and put out the cheapest possible bourbon and vodka that you could imagine. And apparently there's big money in the cheapos. And they're big, and Sazerac's big into like the party drinks, like your 99 bananas, 99 proof bananas, 99, you know, cinnamon, and then of course Fireball. I guess that'd be the ultimate party party time liquor. So they're probably making most of their money from the cheap stuff, but you know, they want to keep their name out there with the super quality, the Hancock and Taylor, I think it's called Taylor, and all the real fancy ones. But you can just look on Buffalo Trace website, show you all the brands, fancy one. All right, so Les Bon Temps Roulé, and I'm just saying bourbon, but they got high brandy, $150 cognac brandy, and $8.99 Hartley brandy. Sells like crazy. All right, so thanks for watching Les Bon Temps Roulé. Thanks for watching this mix-up, and I'm going to end this review by saying, tell me what mix-ups you do.